team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Sanders a first down, still going. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off the bootleg. Rodgers, he'll buy some time right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage, and the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. They'll He'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And bulldozing his way through. No question that one stings a little extra because he had that first down. It would have been a fourth down conversion.
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him. And now it's going to go in the other direction.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Packers nothing.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Of course, we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money.
4 down. Check. My gate. Stay with your man. Come on.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second and very short, Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got his big tight end here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Flushed out right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 22, Rodgers steps away to his left. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, back to Sanders. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah,
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Touchdown, Eagles. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 29, Rodgers buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Watch the whip.
Rodgers gonna go on 4th down. Flush to his right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, watch this, watch this. 26. My 52. Throw him right. Watch the safety creep. 20. Now this. 25.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers, and his throw here's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding the... Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taking it about the 1. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right. right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Check 13.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing is Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to claw one back. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he's got this down to the 35.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Options galore here, second and a few inches. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Okay, ready? Choose the mic. Check. Before you choose the mic. Set the tone, D.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles continue to roll. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Rodgers now to throw. Being chased out left. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Out to his left. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Room here to run. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right back to Sanders on first down.
They ain't ready for us.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now the try here for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and through, and that will extend this big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 182 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and
now here is another interception.
They're not even trying to do anything.
with a pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Rodgers to throw once more. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Eluding the pressure right. This one to the sideline, he's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
Showtime today, baby.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
One final try now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.